What? Please, one at a time.
You said the BCA is saving evidence with you, so what is the BCA's role here, and what do you make of their claim that they can't do an investigation anymore?
Well, so the question has to do with what is the BCA's role here. The BCA had already, as you know, there was an agreement to do a joint investigation with the FBI. So that had started. So that much the BCA has done. They are currently typing up those reports. They will certainly share those with us. Their role in this will be to collect and catalog all the information that we get here. I want to emphasize, this isn't about one department or anything. As the Attorney General said, this is about all of us at a state level working together on behalf of Minnesotans who expect all of us to be able to work together to come up with transparency in whatever a decision might be.
Ms. Moriarty,
yes.
Two questions actually.
Sure.
Just to clarify, so the BCA, because of the initial agreement with the FBI, do they have the totality of whatever forensic crime scene evidence that was gathered? Is that already in the custody of the state?
So the question was about, because of the original joint agreement, does the BCA have access to forensic evidence? So the process here, the way the process unfolded is that the federal government came and was processing the scene. So the agreement had to be worked out with the BCA. When the BCA came to the scene, the evidence had been taken by the FBI. They collected the car and took it wherever. The BCA does not have access to the car. And the problem isn't that the FBI took the car, it's that the BCA doesn't have access to the car or right now even access to the forensic evaluation that happens as a result of the investigation with that car. So that's the concern here. That is what Drew Evans was saying, that in a normal investigation, the BCA would take the car, do their own forensic analysis, fingerprints, DNA, that kind of stuff, all of that kind of stuff. But they have not done that in this case, which would have been fine and would still be fine if the BCA could have access to the results.
But, so the fruits of the labor currently BCA does not have.
That's correct.
So I guess the part two of my question, and I'm sorry, is and I know how I can only imagine how extraordinarily frustrating this is for your office and your prosecutors. You're doing this to get whatever kind of video evidence or whatever people can add to the investigation, but if you don't end up getting the forensic evidence from the FBI or from whoever, what can you do as a prosecutor?
I think it's premature to make that decision. We don't know what we're going to get. I'll note that there was a video posted last night that most of us hadn't seen before. That the caption on social media was that neighbors had released it. And so we think that there may be other evidence out there, video, that kind of thing. We don't know. And so as the Attorney General and I know, it is critical to preserve evidence because it could be recorded over. Something could happen to it. And so this is an attempt to make sure that we preserve the evidence that's out there. And so we're going to continue to do that. We're going to continue to look at what's there. But it's really too early right now to say what we can and cannot do. Matt.
Who at the Justice Department made this decision not to include the BCA in this investigation? Do you know?
I honestly think you should ask them.
Did you get any reasoning for why the FBI was taking over the investigation? Was there any reasoning behind that?
Maybe Mary knows more than I do. I was just informed that was the situation.
Because of the Trump administration?
No, so I was also informed that, the BCA, that as far as I knew, it was going to be a joint investigation based on the conversations we had had with the federal government as well as the FBI, and then that changed. The only way I can't speak to why.
Can you address how unprecedented this is? Are you going to be sharing information that you're gathering with the FBI? And federal authorities could not have been more clear yesterday that you folks had no jurisdiction. And Commissioner Bob Jacobson was asked this question yesterday, and he said that they couldn't do an investigation because they didn't have any of the evidence. Is Bob Jacobson and the BCA really on board with this? I don't see them get this wrong.
That is not exactly what Commissioner Jacobson said. So I think it's important.
Well, that's pretty much what he said.
Well, please listen to what I'm about to say. I think it's important for everybody to understand that unit in the BCA was created, I think, after 2020, with the expectation that they would do the top-notch, investigate absolutely everything, okay? What he was saying was that and this is what Superintendent Evans also said, they can't do the type of investigation that they would like to do, that they do in every case, if they don't have access to that physical evidence. That is what he's saying. And I want to remind people, though, we never have ideal investigations, pretty much. Not because of the fault of officers, but we get cases submitted to us where we would like to have other types of evidence. So what he's saying is that they will not have access to some of that physical evidence. That would preclude them from doing the thorough investigation that they would like to do.